Tiffany, you're here. Hi, Tiffany. How are you? Okay, so we are going live also on YouTube, guys. We're also on YouTube, so feel um if you want to watch it on YouTube, I'm getting it set up right now, changing out some of the details, adding a little thumbnail so you can be cute. Hi, everyone. Yay. Anita, when you get in here, let me know, okay? Let me know when you get in here. You guys, let me know how the audio sounds. You only had 8 pages to go, Tiffany. That's funny. No procrastinating on scripts. I definitely understand it, but no procrastinating on your scripts. Okay. Okay, so save that. Okay. So please, like I said, if you guys are coming in, please forgive me. We do this live every Wednesday, every Sunday, but today I'm also doing it on YouTube. So it should have just posted on the YouTubes. But I am sort of just figuring all that out. So you guys will have to bear with me a bit. Okay. Hi, everyone. Anita, I just sent you an invitation. Anita! I can. How are you? Good. Okay, I just told everyone to bear with me because I'm trying to do this both here on TikTok, but then also on YouTube with a different setup. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. Oh, do you? Okay, good. So here's the thing. As you guys are coming in, we're definitely here on TikTok. This is where Anita is, but I'm also streaming live on YouTube. So if you're watching YouTube, you won't see Anita, but you will see more elements there. I think I figured out how to pull the elements up on TikTok as well, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, Anita? So, Bear? Oh, so is mine. Always. I mean, you guys know Harrison's in every video. Okay, can you guys hear me? Okay, good. I took one of my earbuds out because it was kind of annoying me. Um, okay, yeah. Hi, Crystal. Crystal. I saw Betty the Thoroughbred in here. Okay, yay. Okay, so we have some regulars, people who have participated in our workshops before, and have been part of our TV Production 101 class. I like to call them the fall semester. Sid's here. Okay, but for our new guys, here's how it usually goes down. We have a student or someone who is here to pitch, which is Anita, and Anita gets about 2 minutes ish to deliver her elevator pitch. Okay, she will deliver it, and then we will all chime in. I will talk to her about it, and then I will ask a lot of questions just about the pitch itself, the pitch deck. I have seen the pitch deck. I am looking at the pitch deck. Actually, let me pull it up right this second. I am looking at the pitch deck. I think I found ways to share the pitch deck with you guys, but I only want to share about 2 or 3 slides. Okay, Anita. So I'm only going to share your title slide and I think your tone and genre and then the visual tone. Like I think I want to show those. Um, let's see. Oh, people asking about registering. If you're in here, you're good. If you're in here already, you're good. Registering for the live is something you could do beforehand, and it is good for me because then I just know like who to expect or what to expect. I have to drop this class, but I'll still audit sometimes. We love it, B. Lewis. We love it. So you guys will hopefully get to see her pitch. The point of the live pitch workshop is just that, to workshop somebody's idea, whether it's a brand new tiny little seed of an idea or it's a fully fleshed out idea with a pitch deck, a pilot episode, a script, whatever. In Anita's case, Anita has a full blown pitch deck and she is ready to like pitch to networks, distributing companies. Like she is full on ready. I haven't read the script yet, but she already has the script. So that's pretty far long. Okay. So without further ado, Miss Anita, will you please give us the rundown or give us the pitch? You get 2 minutes on the clock. Okay. That was your 2 minutes. How do you feel about getting out what you needed to get out in 2 minutes? Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you right off rip. That 2 minutes did not draw me in immediately. So here's one reason why. Your enthusiasm needs to be a little bit more when you're pitching it, because I'm feeding off of you. Okay, so if you're like, look, I got this series. It's about this woman. Her name is Stone. This is what it does. It's a procedure. Like, you got to give me your good energy, and I will receive that. Okay. So that helps to draw me in. And the second thing is, I think after I heard when you said Stone, and mind you, I know this pitch. I know your pitch pretty well. But you didn't. After I heard Stone, I kind of then heard Jacksonville, and then I kind of heard a corrupt system, but I didn't hear what, as a viewer, I'm tuning in to watch. Okay. So Stone is what exactly? A TV series? Yes. Okay. What do you love about the series? Anita, that's a big part of the pitch right there. Like, Stone is a gritty drama, detective drama. That's a little bit like The Wire. Like, if you give me that right off the back, I'm like, wait, what? What'd you say? What is that? I love it. Hood sleuths or hood detectives. I love that. I love that. Okay, so Anita, you guys, okay, in the comments, make sure you guys like put in info, like talk about it. If you guys like the pitch, if you totally see the vision, like during the live pitch workshops, it's really important that we are super supportive of everyone, because this is like a nerve-wracking thing to do. Like, something that is so close to your heart and something that you've been working on, to then put it out there. Exactly. So, this is like really good for Anita to practice. This is really good for Anita to get feedback. You guys are part of that feedback because I may be the TV producer, but you guys are also viewers. So then you know if you want to watch this, if it sounds good, if it doesn't sound good, if it wrapped you in, anything. Okay. So we like encouragement in the chat. Okay. I know my regulars, I don't have to tell that to. Um, yeah, so basically people are saying you need to lead, same thing, lead with the grittiness of it. It's hood detectives, hood sleuths. It takes place in, describe the neighborhood for me. And again, this is like your elevator pitch, unlike your log line. So your elevator pitch can include your log line and a little bit more, you know, because it's not your log line is like a specific length. But when you're doing your like verbal elevator pitch, like your whole job is to yank me into your world. Whatever, if I have 20 million things on my desk and notifications going off, you need to stop me. Okay. Like you need to go, wait, here, you've never heard of anything like this. This is fantastic. This is the best thing since The Wire. Right? Okay, so that's just your enthusiasm behind it. But otherwise, I love this pitch. I love it. So I love Anita's pitch. The series is called Stone. And like she said, it's a gritty, crime fighting detective, similar to The Wire kind of energy. And I have had the chance to read her pitch deck. So what we're going to do now, Anita, is I'm going to see if I can put your pitch deck up here on TikTok. Let me see. Effects. I think I can. I think I figured this out. I did. I think we got it. I think we got it. I think we got it. Can you guys see that? Not yet. Yay! We got it. Okay. So, and I can only show it on like my half. Oh, Jesus. So, can you guys see that? Put a 1 in the comments if you can see that. I'm going to pull it up over here for you guys. If you guys can see that, let me see ones. I want to see a lot of ones so I can make sure that we have it. And I'm going to pull it up here on, if you're watching in YouTube, I just pulled it up on YouTube. So you guys in YouTube, let me know if you can see it. Yay. Okay. It looks like everyone can see it. Okay. First comment I see, Anita, is now that draws me in. Mm-hmm. I love that. Not you defending your elevator pitch. Not you saying here's how it's different. No, Anita, that's the kind of energy you need. No, that is the kind of energy that you need. If someone's asking you how is this different, that's a valid question, and you understand what the differences are, and you were able to explain that. So that's exactly what you need to do. Okay, for those of you who can see, I know I have it pulled up on YouTube. I have it pulled up on TikTok. I know it's a little bit smaller on TikTok, but this is Anita's title page. So Anita, this is what I love about your title page. I instantly know what world I'm in. Oh, I was like, who is that lovely voice? Oh, it's mine. Um, I absolutely love this. It pulls me in immediately. And you guys know how I feel about the title page. The title page is the single most important page of your entire pitch deck. The single most important part of your pitch deck, because the title page can make or break if someone continues reading it, if they even bother flipping through the next page, right? So this, I love the crime tape. I love the like tone of the photos, the lighting in the photos. I love this black woman holding a gun right up in the front with a blazer on. She is about her business. I think knowing what the show is, I think your background, I kind of want to see more like women, because right now it looks like it's a barber shop in the background. And I, if I could see at least a barber shop slash beauty salon, because the real thing that draws me into your pitch is the idea that her cover, or her it's not a cover to a real job, but it happens at a vocational school, but part of that has like a beauty school in it, because my brain instantly goes to Queen Latifah in Beauty Shop, and I understand the dynamic of the characters in that movie. So I, whether you want me to know this, to think this or not, I'm already thinking, oh, okay, so we have characters like that are going through some issues, and we have Stone who figures it out, who figures out there's a corruption that's bigger than them, bigger than her, that's happening, but involving her school. So I love it. I love the color, tells you what kind of tone, the colors, the coloring of it fits the tone. It looks gritty. So off of this, I'm absolutely flipping to the next page. Okay, so then now I'm going to go to your log line, and I'm going to see if I can pull that up here. Not me getting good at this. I know. Anita's like, because last time we were struggling. They were cutting off TikTok as we were doing it. I know it was so hard trying to get you on. Which I'm glad that we knew it was because TikTok was going down, and not, I thought I was like completely inept. I was like, how do I not know how to do this? Like, what is going on? Um, Okay, there's tons of comments on TikTok that I cannot see all of them just because of all the bells and whistles I have going on. So, Anita, if you see something and you want to respond to something, absolutely jump in. But what we have right now is your log line. And I want to go over this because your pitch, your verbal pitch, should include your log line. But it should be sold with so much energy and so much like you're captivating me while you're talking to me. So I'm going to go over your log line. Stone is an episodic procedural that follows a resilient director who protects her vocational school students while exposing a web of crime and corruption that threatens them all. Love it. Love it. Love it. So here's the only thing that I'm missing in this log line, and just, and we've kind of talked about this before, but the thing that I really want to emphasize on your pitch decks is sneaking in the tone and the genre wherever you can. So you did it on your title page. Fantastic. You have it in your visuals all throughout, because honey, having Taraji P. Henson as like the face on your log line, I feel like I already know where we are. I'm already watching this show. Like I'm dialed in. What time does it come on? What day? What streaming service? Like that's like having her there locks me in. What I'm missing is that gritty again. Like I know you say we'll get to, you mentioned gritty in your tone. Like literally, and you write it on your pitch deck, but what I'm missing is in this log line, just remind me, because it may not feel like it, but that word gritty automatically sets you aside from things like Elsbeth. I don't know if you're watching that, the new Matlock. It sets you shows like Monk. It sets you aside and it takes you out of them and closer to like a Law and Order SVU. A little bit. So you at least tell me that you're not Monk and it's not like a lighthearted detective procedural, right? So sorry, it's my dog now. Come here, Harrison. Uh, so that's why gritty is really important. And if you could put that in here somewhere, it's so fantastic. Yeah, someone said campy. Like it could be, it's easy to think detective show is campy right now. Like that's just where we are with them. So if yours is gritty, tell me that in the log line. But I want to read it just one more time. Um, oh, and then you know how I feel about vocational school. Like I like that it's at a vocational school, but I kind of want something more specific. Like I want you to tell me, um, yeah, I don't know, because vocational school, I understand what it is, I know what it is, but it doesn't instantly take me there. Like if you were to say beauty school, I'm like, ooh, okay. But also, I recognize that it's not just people learning how to do hair. It's mechanics, it's plumbers, it's all sorts of things, accounting, like it's all sorts of things. And that is better because it opens you up for story plots and story arcs if you're not just dealing with the beauty salon. So I'm not sure how to rectify that, if that makes sense. I just you know what I'm saying? Like vocational school fits. It's perfect, but I want something sexier sounding. But I love this. I'm going to read it again. Stone is an episodic procedural that follows a resilient director who protects her. Oh, you know what? What's a director? Okay, so you didn't tell me that in the log line. You just tell me a resilient director. Like, if I don't have the right context, do you mean a film? Do you mean a documentary? Do you mean for a nonprofit? So if you can find a way, because I know we need your log line to be as short as it can, but let's see. Stone is an episodic procedural that follows a resilient. Um, I don't know. I think for the sake of your log line, you might want to say teacher. Like I know her character is head of the school. Um, or maybe owner or resilient. Wait, what was her other job? Right? Because she has a background in what? Okay, so what if we said Stone is an episodic procedural that follows an ex? What did you call her? An ex. I like special forces because that also tells me more about the character, like specifically about the character. Like I know she's not to be played with. So an ex special force something who runs a vocational school, who now runs a vocational school. Like you know what I'm saying? Like give I don't know how to finesse it for you right now, but Stone is an episodic procedural that follows. Yeah, I want to know she's ex special forces, and so we don't need director unless you want to say an ex special forces is ex special forces now owner of her own vocational school. Mm, director who protect. Yeah, owner of her ex special forces operative turned vocational school owner exposes a web of crime and corruption while protecting her students. Like something like that. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Who now runs her own vocational school. Look, honey, the comments are coming through. Okay. Honey, they are coming through. I hope you are seeing this. Like, yeah. Play around with it. But you know, I mean, you know how I feel about this. I love that too. Ops. I don't. Well, I don't know. I think special forces, because special forces immediately tells me there's something I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm. But also, I've been watching Night Agent. Been watching Night Agent. So I'm like, ooh, it's a conspiracy. So when you tell me special forces, I already know there's a level of clearance. There's stuff I'm not going to know. There's stuff that I'm not going to be able to understand. I'm going to move that down a little bit. Um, ah, not me learning how to use live. Uh, oh, Crystal, that's good too. That's good too. But we can get more detailed in our synopsis. Which I don't think I wanted to pull up the synopsis. Let's see. What do we have? What did I have next? What is that? Your tone? Let's see. I know. I'm trying to see what page that is, and it's so tiny on the phone. Okay, let's see. I think it is. Yes, it is the tone. So can you guys see that? I hope you can. Okay, so this is what I want to talk about, your tone. I absolutely love the tone, and I love that in your pitch deck, you nailed it. Like you nailed it. You absolutely told me what I'm to expect when I sit down and watch this. You have, for those of you who can't read, can't sorry, we can all read. For those of you who can't see it on the screen, for tone, Anita put How to Get Away with Murder meets The Wire, which already right there, I understand that it's dark. I understand that it is conspiracy. I understand that it is dangerous for Black folk, like immediately. And probably some drugs going on, drugs and murder. Okay. That coupled with special ops, like you have told me what the tone is. So I'm dialed in. Your genre, a gritty crime drama. Absolutely love. I think the word gritty is such a perfect word for what this is. So I want you to like that's the word you should have all throughout. Not not literally the word, but as you are going through it, you're reminding me it's a gritty. You're reminding me it's a gritty crime drama. You're reminding me so, and you're doing a great job. Like the colors, um, the way you set up the tone, all of that is fantastic. But I think gritty is the word for this. Look, someone said I'd watch the F out of that. Okay. 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 I really would. Okay. And then you have your format, which is great. 1 hour procedural. And just a note for those of you who are new, because I know we're doing this live before actual like first class. Types of formats we have basically procedural and like standalone. Procedural means that, or not, I mean, sorry, procedural and series or serial. So procedural means that it can stand alone. Like there are bigger, like you want to stay in for the season, but if you catch episode 3 and episode 7, then you're fine. As opposed to you cannot watch episode 8 if you haven't watched 1 through 7. Like you won't know what's going on. So this is a 1 hour procedural, 6 act structure with commercial breaks. We love, we love, which technically 1 hour is like actually 47 minutes. But we love that. And then also what Anita added was best fits. And I think Anita, we were going to move this, right? Okay. Yes. Yes. Demographic. But let's talk about it now. So also in your pitch deck, you want to let me know about the demographics. And usually that is its own slide, which Anita did do, but since it's on this slide, we're going to talk about it. She's saying the audience or types of distribution companies that would work well: BET, OWN, HBO, Netflix, Stars, Amazon Prime. And that also helps with your tone and your genre. So throughout your entire pitch deck, your goal is to make sure your tone is resonates all throughout your pitch deck, even down to your demographics. And that's exactly what Anita did. So spoiler alert, I absolutely love Anita's pitch deck. Spoiler. Okay, so next we have themes explored. Okay, this is why I wanted to talk about this, Anita. I know you're working on changing some of these, but I just want to show this as an example to the class. Central themes for those of you who have not gone to our first day of class because we haven't had it, but there are people who have actively been on lives with me, and central themes is something that we do talk about. Having the central theme of what your project is so crucial because it helps you build out more than just the pilot episode. It helps you create story arcs and character arcs around the story for from day one to day infinity. And the goal when you sell a show is bare minimum you want 100 episodes if it's like traditional media. So you should already hope to get 100 episodes, which I believe is like 4 or 5 seasons, I think. I don't. We cut stuff so short now. I really couldn't tell you. It might be 10 years. Who knows now? Who knows? It might take you 500 years now. But and streaming is a little bit different. But you wanted to get 100 episodes on traditional media because that's when residuals like kick it up a notch. And then as a ensemble, like writers, directors, producers, actors, you're set. So that has always sort of been the goal. And like the unwritten rule is to be able to build up to 100 episodes. And your central themes help with that because your central themes ask big, big questions, big discussions, it explores a lot of things. So let's go over Anita's. First one is the gritty realities of systemic corruption. So I love that. Anita's working actually to change this a little bit, but I love that because it has the word gritty in it. Love. Um, but also the big question is systemic corruption and her character Stone, how she's dealing with that. Um, and I think we're going to rephrase it a little bit, Anita, to be like, because you want to pose it against what your main character is sort of growing through. And I used Breaking Bad as the example for this a lot because we watched Walter White go from a chemistry teacher to a drug maker, drug dealer, drug lord, right? And we watched that with a central theme being the morality of survival. Do I hold on to my morals when I'm faced with life or death? When I need to survive, how much do my morals weigh? So there's like going back and forth. Is it okay if it's me or you that I murder you? You know? Or is it, and what are the stakes? Is it murder? Is it saving my life or yours? Or is it more along the lines of, I don't want to go into credit card debt, so I rob people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, where's your moral compass in surviving? So when it comes to Stone and your particular character, it's the questions I think are more about, will I stand up when I'm the only one doing the right thing? Will I stare down corruption and say no? Can I be bought? You know? Like those are some of the central themes that I think the show explores, and we watch Stone stand on business. Okay. But then that helps you with other external characters because what if they don't all stand on business? And what if there's, and Stone herself, I think we use the phrase bullying the bullies. Does that make her a bully? Does that make her a bad guy? Does that make her the anti hero? I don't know. Love. So then those are some of the like overall themes that your story is exploring. Okay, so and that's just in relation to the first one, systemic corruption. Like, who are you in the face of corruption? Are you going to say yes or no? Are you going to stand up against crowd mentality, mob mentality? Okay, your next one, the fight for justice in modern day Jacksonville, Florida. That kind of fits with that first theme. And then a chance at redemption. Can you ever be unforgivable? Can you ever forgive someone who has done the unthinkable? Maybe Stone has something in her past that she did when she was special ops that created guilt for her, right? And so she's holding on to that guilt. And now using that to fuel her going after other people that she feels is doing wrong, but she's really staring herself down every time she goes after one of these bullies. right? And then now we're getting into like her character development. But that's why your central themes are so important, because when you write this, you have your show Bible, you might have to hand this off to a writer's room. And if they can't figure out who your character is from what you've told them, then they're going to make up your character. They're going to add things to your character. But if you write it in such a way that your central themes are part of her growth, they have to follow her character. They just have to. So I love it. So I think you have one, two, three, four, five here. I think if you can narrow it down to two, something along the lines with the systemic corruption, can you stand up, or bullying the bullies? And then I think the redemption, is there anything that's ever unforgivable, or is there something you would never forgive anyone for, including yourself? I think those are two really big central themes for you. Okay, now look at me doing slide changes, honey. Okay, what is that? Oh, our visual tone. Okay, so this is why I wanted to show this one. We skip, so just so you guys know on this live, I'm skipping over a lot of stuff on Anita's pitch deck. And I'm doing that intentionally, not because I don't want to talk about them, but because this is still Anita's intellectual property. Okay, so y'all need to be all up in the details of her stuff. Okay, so we are going to do broad strokes with it. Okay, so visual tone. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because this is also something I think Anita really nailed in her pitch deck. You nailed this, Anita. Absolutely nailed it. First bullet: dramatic, low key lighting dominates, creating tension and emphasizing emotional weight. Like, I love that, because if I'm the director and I pick this up, I'm like, oh, I'm here. I see it. I got it immediately. Second one: the show employs intimate framing and shallow focus, immersing viewers in the character struggles. Understand it. Understand it. Oh, my little light went out. Oh no. Oh, there it goes. Um, Sorry guys. I'm trying over here. My little setup. Which, can I tell you the side note? This is so funny to me because I am a TV producer and I should be okay with just hopping on live and not making it be a big deal. But I'm not. I'm like, I need a 3 camera setup. And if that ain't happening, I'm not doing it. So, you guys, congratulations to me to not letting perfection get in the way. Uh, I'm like, if it's not perfect, I'm not doing it. Okay, so back to, you guys can hear me, right? Okay, as long as my audio is there, the light can do what it does. Okay, so I love the framing, like letting me know the framing and the focus of it so I can understand it. And then to give examples, like that middle picture right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. That is just absolutely fantastic. I totally get it. And again, every um, example that you've put as far as your visuals on this page takes me right there. It supports everything you've told me up until this point. So at this point, I'm just like, yep, I already know. Yeah, got it. I know who should direct it. Got it. And if you're in a pitch meeting and they are going, oh, you know who would be really good at directing this, girl, then you sold it. It's already sold. Okay. The next one: earthy, desaturated tones reflect the gritty, oppressive realities of Jacksonville urban landscape. Here's one thing I would suggest. I don't know if you did this. Let me just scroll really quick to see. Did you do Jacksonville as a character? Add Jacksonville, Florida as a character. Like, maybe don't literally say it's a character, but say you have like the setting here. Give me something a little bit more about Jacksonville. Okay. Give me a little bit of that in your setting. Because I'm not familiar with Jacksonville, but literally the minute we got on this live and you said Jacksonville, people were like, "Ooh," and that da 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 da. And I know the Good Place used to make fun of Jacksonville, Florida, but like, give me a little bit, because it apparently, from what I'm reading from your thing, it is a character. It is part of the story. Specifically being in Jacksonville adds something to it. So I love, 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 love. Okay, wait, I got lost a little bit. Okay, where are we? Resilience, and we already did themes. Where's the setting? Where'd it go? Okay, I lost it and I can't see it up there. What slide number is that? I cut it out. Okay, thank you. You better know your slide. Okay. I love it. No, so overall, this is just fantastic. Like just from it's just fantastic because it does what it needs to do, and what it does right at the beginning. So your title page immediately, let's go back to your title page. Your title page immediately draws me in. Immediately. And that is the hardest first hurdle. Getting someone to understand what you're trying to tell them. Remember, we talked about a glass of water versus the ocean? This is a glass of water that I'm like, ooh, that looks refreshing. Let me have a little sip. Let me see what's going on here. There's a little ice in it. It's perfect. So I love it. Oh, this is like, for me, this is 10 out of 10. So no, it really is. The things that I would ask you to change about it, you and I have talked about them, and they're so small. They're so small. Something like your font style, and not even stone, and not even on the title page, just and not the log line. It looks perfect until I get to, and I'm not going to pull this up, but until I get to like your key characters and your supporting characters and the 10 episodes. Then I'm now paying attention to your font, and it feels like it's visually, it's kind of like scratching my brain a little bit. Um, but the title page is so good that I probably wouldn't even care about that, but it is noticeable. And the thing with your pitch deck, and this is, you want to keep this in mind, is even though we're trying to get someone to say yes, like we are definitely trying to get someone to say yes, when they're sitting down, their perspective is trying to eliminate until they find the right one. So their mindset is already no. Like they're looking for a reason to move on to the next one. So then you want to make sure your title page is phenomenal, what you've done. And then visually, everything supports that, which supports the tone of your project. So something like, especially, and I know you guys on the live can't see this, but your 10 episodes page, that is scratching my brain. Like, I'm like, it like makes me, yeah, it makes me not even want to read them. I'm like, what is she talking about? Like what? And like out of nowhere, because that's like page 15 or something. And I'm like, I've made it that far, but now my brain is like, what is happening? I gotta squint. What's going on? So figure out visually how to make that more attractive. And don't be afraid to take more than one slide for something as big as 10 episodes. Okay. If 10 episodes is 2 slides, you're still doing great, because what you have going for you, Anita, is your title page is fantastic. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that, and this is why I will stress to you guys, your title page is the single most important thing. Because if I sort of kind of like your title page, I'm gonna put it aside and go to the next one that I love. Or if I sort of kind of like it, I'm gonna flip through it, and if it does not support what I'm reading, I'm less likely to be on board with it. If your title page is like, oh, okay, we got a gun, we got crime scene tape, and who are these people in the back? Shit, a barbershop? Like, what is going on? And then boom, I get your log line. Special ops now owns a beauty salon or a vocational school. There's corruption. This is like The Wire. Wait, what? With a female lead? Okay. I'm thinking Equalizer, which might be something you want to throw in just because it's Black woman, female led. And that's going to be top of mind for most people anyway that you're pitching to. Like they're going to be like, oh, yeah, like Queen Latifah and the Equalizer. But your pitch does so much for me in the first 3 pages that if I got it just like this, which I did, it would be an absolute yes for me. Okay. But also I know that that is it's like scratching my brain. But I don't know. So do you have any questions?
Um, well, the biggest question is, do I really need to put the 10 episodes in there?
You do not.
Okay.
You do not. You can do a pilot overview,
Okay.
right? So that is, and I think I don't know if we talked about it when you were on a live, Anita, but you could do your pilot overview. You can give me an overview of what the first episode is, and then you can give me a season overview.
Okay.
So like you have your 10 episodes, but oh, and that's the other thing too. 10 episodes is interesting because were we aiming for streaming or are we aiming for traditional?
Streaming.
So if we're aiming for streaming, you can have anywhere between 6 and 10 episodes.
Okay.
So you don't want to necessarily. I'm saying that because you don't want to limit yourself without realizing it,
Okay.
right? Like you might go 10 episodes, and someone might go, "Wait a second, we could air this on NBC because we want to compete against CBS with the Equalizer, and for that we need 22 episodes."
Okay.
you know, or you don't want to oversell it and put 22 episodes. And then someone at Netflix is like, ooh, we only really do, like an 8 episode arc. Can you make that work?
Okay.
Right. Versus here's the first episode. Here's how we set up the intro to the character. This is how we set up the first conflict. This is how we set up the second ongoing conflict. And this is the cliffhanger we have after the pilot, the end of that episode. And then your next page is from the pilot episode. You'll summarize that again in your series overview. And then you let me know how those story arcs progress and what my season cliffhanger is.
Okay.
Okay. And then if someone reading it is like, ooh, that's 8 episodes, or ooh, that's 10 episodes, like, ooh, we could stretch this out. Don't make that decision for them.
Okay.
So
Well, thank you.
no, it's so good. You know I love it. You know I love this.
Well, I'm glad. Thank
You
you very much.
know. Wait, let me put I want to put your thing up again. I just love this. Look at that, y'all. Look at that.
That's a lot of hours on Canva.
And look, it's going to be worth it, okay? It is going to be worth it. This is a fantastic pitch deck. Absolutely fantastic. This is people who are joining the class. This is what we're aiming for. This is absolutely what you're aiming for. Um, that title page, and this is because her title page looks the way it looks, is the reason why I'm scrolling through it. I'm reading it. I'm dialed in. I'm invested because that first page told me exactly what to expect and exactly what I'm going to be reading. I could look at your title page right now and I could tell you the demographic. I could look at your title page right now and I could tell you who we can hit up for sponsorships, who we can hit up for ad dollars.
Okay.
And I know we're creatives and we're like, but it's a great story. It explores all these themes and da, da, da. Like that's beautiful. But there are people who are looking at this going, how much money is this gonna make me?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And those are the people who are getting the glass of water.
Mm.
They don't care about the ocean. If that glass of water looks good enough and they go, ooh, this glass of water could go for a couple thousand here and there and there and there. Um, then they're gonna be like, okay, where'd you get the glass of water from? What puddle? And then, ooh, this is the puddle. What stream? Okay, what stream? It came from a river? Okay, what river? Okay, now that river came from the ocean. I want the whole ocean, right?
It took me a long time to realize that I needed to start doing that. So,
You're the girl. It's fantastic.
well, thank you.
It's fantastic. Um, okay. Does anyone on the live have questions?
I saw Rizzo had a question about are there too many slides? Do I have too many slides for this pitch?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. And again, it's subjective. It really is subjective. But there are slides you absolutely have to have. And I think for a scripted series, the bare bones minimum is 10.
Okay.
I think maybe you get away with 8. But again, if your title page grabs me immediately, I'm not going to pay attention to 11 slides, 12 slides, 13. I'm not caring. Um, but if it's okay, right? Like, and most of us are going to do on average an average pitch deck, right? In an average pitch deck, you want to make sure you're following every single rule. Because again, the people looking at it, it's like the process of elimination. So their mindset is, how do I eliminate? I have to go through 100 of these. How do I make sure I can get to the best one? So grab them. That title page needs to and it's also too not about, it's definitely about grabbing them, but your title page, you want them to know exactly what you're saying immediately. It's the difference between like and yeah, it's a difference between that and going, "Hey, I'm standing on the left side of you." You know, the difference between and the stove is hot. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference. It's letting me know immediately what I'm dealing with, what I'm looking at, what I'm reading, what world are you dropping me in at? Okay. And I don't want to turn this into a class today. But if we were, I would pull up again the slide for Stranger Things, the title page, just because that one is so subtly draws you into the world that you don't even realize you're expecting conspiracy, you're expecting government something, and it's so subtle. I think it has like a stranded kid's bike and on a country road, and um, a satellite broken down somewhere. So like it just draws you in, and you're like, oh, this is intrigue. And then boom, you already know what you have. But no, Anita, you did great. And I will say this 100,000 times. If my production company were in a place where we could produce this, where we could buy this or make this happen, this would be an absolute no brainer. And I would absolutely like want to option this.
Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. It gives me motivation.
Yeah. And you don't need it. For those of you on the live, Anita is amazing. Okay. Go to her website. Is it up in your bio? Did you put your website in your bio?
I do.
Okay, go check out her website. She has a lot of projects, a lot of stuff going on. And they're all fantastic and unique and interesting. So go check her out. Look at that.
Speaking of which, I did the table read Saturday.
How did it go?
Much fun. So much fun. I put a clip of the just the audio clip of
What?
the conversation we were having.
What?
So much fun for, but it wasn't for this. It was for without consent.
But did you put it? Where did you put it? On your TikTok?
Yeah, I just put a clip of the conversation.
Oh, I'm going to go back.
Yeah,
I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and watch because I'm so excited about that.
yeah, we had a ball, and it just fueled the fire. It really did. It just fanned the fire.
I love that. Oh, wait, hold on.
So thank you for that idea.
Girl, take it and run with it. Okay. Sorry guys, my ear pod came out. I couldn't hear anybody. No, take it and run. I love it. I love it. Okay, well, Anita, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm gonna take us off of, let's see, I'm gonna end us on YouTube. So let me just say a quick little goodbye to YouTube. Thank you guys so much for being on this live. Anita was fantastic. If you're interested in doing a live pitch workshop, please add yourself to the email list, and I will send you over some information about how you can also be part of it. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, that's done.